திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே
Thank you. The fragrance of flowers spread only in the direction of the wind, but the goodness of a person spreads in all the direction. I now invite Mrs. S. Maheshwari, Librarian of Mangerkarasi College of Arts and Science for Women, to deliver the welcome address and introduce the chief guest.
Good evening to one and all present here. It is a great privilege to have been given an opportunity to present a welcome address to our Secretary Sir, Director Sir, Principal Ma'am, Dean of Academics, Dean of Arts, IQAC Coordinators, HODs and faculty members. I am profoundly delighted to introduce the chief guest of today. She is none other than Dr.HORNE IONAA VERAL, Associate Professor in Department of Zoology at Holy Cross College, TRichy. She is such an experienced and motivational biology professor with 23 years of teaching in the fields of biodiversity, physiology, ecology, genetics, immunology. Apart from this, she is an excellent practitioner and educator performing administrative duties on departmental committees, and she now plays a role in IQAC Coordinator. As a researcher, she has published more than 53 papers in various national and international journals and received Best Scientist Award and various other honors. She holds memberships in various academic bodies and also published book chapters. She has uplifted the lives of many young buds with the light of education. So, heavy applause for our chief guest is much needed. Now we request our honorable chief guest to address the gathering and cast the light of her knowledge about infrastructure and learning resources and student support progression to us. Her ideas are quite essential for us to enhance further in Criteria 4. We would be delighted with your expertise and knowledge in every possible way. We welcome you, ma'am.
Ma'am, your mic is muted.
Good afternoon, and thank you for the person who has welcomed me. Before I could share, let me thank the management of Mangerkarasi College of Arts and Science for Women, and also a special thank for the Madam Veeramani, who has introduced me to this. So let me go to share the slides. Is my slide visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, infrastructure, I have been given 2 tasks by the management to talk on infrastructure and learning resources, student progression. So, let me begin with infrastructure and learning resources. This is the aerial view of my college, Holy Cross College, Trichirappalli. Whenever you come to Trichy, I welcome you to come to my college campus and learn more things and gain more friends from Holy Cross College, Trichirappalli. A hearty welcome to all the audience as well as the participants and the management. So this is my college, an aerial view. Why infrastructure is important? The college campus is center of the lives of thousands of students, and in many cases their actual home. When I talk about the college of Holy Cross College, I spent nearly around 35 years in college itself. When I was a student, and then I had to join as a 1 year in FIP, and then I got my regular post. So totally, I think I would have spent around 35 years in my college campus itself. So the college campus is a center of the lives of thousands of students, and in many cases, their actual home. So it's really their home. We spend maximum of our time in college campus. So that is why the infrastructure is important. Even after you, your great grandchildren will make use of the infrastructure which is left after you have used. Higher education institution should ensure the availability of fit for purpose infrastructure. What is it, fit for purpose infrastructure? You get some equipment or some, even a table or a cupboard. Is it useful for your purpose? That is what, is it fitting for your purpose? Simply a neighbor is having, this college is having, that person is having, and replacing it in the college of no use is not an infrastructure best for you. So first and foremost is that the availability of fit for purpose infrastructure, planned by considering present and future needs of the institution. So when you talk about infrastructure, you must have a planning by considering the present and future needs of the institution. Adequate to provide conducive atmosphere to achieve the program outcomes. Laboratory must be well equipped, maintained, and updated as per the needs of the core subjects. Security and safety of the learning environment, physical facilities and support facilities. So these points will make up the infrastructure. Now, talking about the physical infrastructure for teaching learning, you require classrooms, learning support facilities, library and information resources, computing and IT facilities, well-equipped laboratories, auditorium, seminar halls. Highlight if some ultra-high facilities if you have. Kindly, apart from all these, classroom to seminar hall, highlight if something you have an ultra-high facilities you have, you could also highlight. Support facilities. For an infrastructure in the college level, the support facilities will be hostel, canteen, sports and recreational facilities, health care center, student centers, transportation, facilities for cultural activities. General documentation to be maintained. Now coming to very important step. What is the documentation you have to maintain? First and to concern with infrastructure. First and foremost is that you must have a master plan of the institution. Master plan of the institution will be age-old preserved, but take a copy and have it ready in soft copy as well as hard copy. A summary of classrooms in tabulated form, the college, what all classrooms you have in a tabulated form. The tabulation will be room number, how much it holds, the capacity, ICT facilities, and area in square meter. Details of laboratories with equipments. Details of library. Summary of recreational facilities and sports facilities. Summary of recent improvement and planned improvement of these facilities. What is that summary of recent improvement? You know. Planned improvement of these facilities, the above said facilities. If you have anything recently, and for the sake of improvement, you would have planned, has to have the plan also, justification. Summary of safety and security of measures of all facilities. What all facilities you have. Bills, orders placed, audited statements of expenditure, and geo-tagged photographs. So the photograph should be geo-tagged. Everything with timing, altitude and latitude and all that things should be there. While writing qualitative answers, use quantitative numeric information. If number is small, convert it into percentage. Show the adequacy and relevance. Focus on optimal use. User capacity of the facility. If government-sponsored facility, show some outreach use, like other colleges or other research colleges, scholars are coming and using your facility. So you could show some outreach use if it is government-sponsored facility, because government facility should be shared by all. You have one, but shared by many. Highlight the achievements, if any. Various policies, procedures, standard operating procedures, SOPs are in place. You should see that everything is there near the instrument. Tracking of its usability. To get number of users, you have a maintain a logbook. Now this is Criterion for infrastructure and learning resources. All this, I think by now you will be thorough. With the QLM is qualitative measurement, QNM is quantitative matters, and we have been divided into this way: physical facilities, library as learning resource, IT infrastructure, maintenance of infrastructure on campus. Maybe the revised one will have in a different heading, but one and the same, almost it's around the hub only. So the institution has adequate infrastructure and physical facilities for teaching, learning, namely classroom, laboratories, computing equipment, etc. Overall general description with 500 words should comprise: claim infrastructure as per the regulation of regulating authorities. Mention quantitative information such as numbers and ratios. Try to show it as per the standards ISO. Adequate and relevant to carry out teaching learning activities to achieve the said outcome. Policy of optimal use, policy of augmentation as per the growing needs, goals of sustainable development, existence of well-formed procedure for its maintenance is must. Describe the adequacy of facilities for sports, games, and cultural activities, which include specification about area, size, year of establishment, and user rate with a maximum of 500 words. That is 4.1.2. Include the details about playground with its standard measurements in the total area, how much of square meter it occupies. Mention if having specialized pitches, that's cricket pitch and all that, tracks, etc. Indoor stadium. Funding or establishment year and facilities developed for outdoor games. Gymnasium, its technical details, its capacity. If you have yoga center, if yes, then its ambience and activities. Cultural activities, musical instruments, video or photographic facility. Required facilities for dance and drama, costumes or makeup kits. Notable achievements in sports and cultural activities. Don't forget some special mentions if you have. CCTV, surveillance of full campus, certificate of building safety from disaster management authorities, fire safety certificate from relevant authorities, certification to laboratories or workshops, facilities from some standard organization. 4.1.3, percentage of classrooms and seminar halls with ICT-enabled facilities such as smart class or LMS, etc. Room number or name of the classroom, seminar hall with HCD, Wi-Fi, LAN facilities with room numbers. Type of ICT facility, link to geotag photos and master timetable. Note, labs and workshops with ICT facility should not be considered. Smart classroom. State of the art, hardware and software. Internet of teaching. Natural language processing capabilities. Animated modules and videos. Remote access capabilities. Live streaming. Safe class option. Lecture capturing system. Artificial intelligence enabled. LMS. A learning management system is a software application for administration, documentation, tracking, reporting, and delivery of educational courses. Open source versus cloud-based. Open source examples will be Moodle, training, assessment, certificate we use for the students. Open edX, Harvard and MIT 2012, Indian professors, Nimisha Ashad Giri. 4.114, average percentage of expenditure, excluding salary, for infrastructure augmentation during the last 5 years in lakhs in Indian currency, rupees. Consolidate fund allocation duly certified by finance officer for infrastructure augmentation. Highlight the relevant items in audited statement of income and expenditure. In case of private institution, document should be certified by chartered accountant. Total expenditure, excluding salary versus expenditure for infrastructure augmentation. Avoid recurring expenditure on laboratory maintenance in this metric. 4.2.1, library is automated using integrated library management system, ILMS. Data requirement for last 5 years, upload a description of library with name of the ILMS software or Nirmala software, nature of automation, fully or partially, version, year of automation. Additional information will be purchase order, in this case of the books purchase order, screenshots, photographs of daily operations. POHA is an open source ILMS in this library. 4.2.2, the institution has subscription for the following resources. For that, e-copy of the letter subscription or membership in the name of higher education institution. Expenditure incurred for the subscription or membership. Screenshots of facility claimed with the name of higher education. Soft copies of printed books will not be considered as e-book. Databases, we talk about international, JGate Plus, MathScienceNet, Web of Science. National, Institute for Studies in Industrial Development, ISID 252, Indian Social Science Disciplines from the year 2000. This is from the newspaper clippings. 4.2.3, average annual expenditure for purchase of books or e-books and subscription to journals during the last 5 years. Consolidated extract of expenditure for purchase of books and journals for the last 5 years attested by the head of the institution, that is a principal, and CA, chartered accountant. Audited income and expenditure statement highlighting the expenditure for purchase of books and journals. 4.2.4, percentage of per day usage of library by teachers and students. Upload the last page of accession register details. Method of computing per day usage of library. Number of users using library through e-access. Number of physical users accessing library. Certified e-copy of the ledger for footfalls for 5 days. Certified screenshot of the data for the same 5 days for online access. During data validation verification DVV, any random 5 days data will be asked. Next, excuse me. Institution frequently updates its IT facilities including Wi-Fi. Describe the IT facilities including Wi-Fi with the date and nature of updation with a maximum of 500 words. Update, addition or deletion will include. In update, addition or deletion or even replacement will include. Wi-Fi bandwidth, hardware configuration, software, Windows or MS Office or Tally or institutional ERP. Networking facilities, CCTV surveillance facilities, UPS facility, cyber security, antivirus, internet access management software, blocking of specific websites. LMS, institutional repositories like DSpace or ILMS. College website and college app. Upload any additional information, purchase orders, accountant details, etc. 4.3.2 Student computer ratio. Data for the latest completed academic year. Number of computers is required and number of students also. Number of computers available for student use only. Bills for purchase of computers, stock register. Data to be given only pertaining to the latest completed academic year. Computer for office and faculty use will not be considered. Bandwidth of internet connection in the institution option. Bill indicating connection plan, speed and bandwidth, and the higher education name for 1 month, quarter, or latest academic year. Only it is depending on the case of the individual think. You can have it for 1 month, your higher education documentation, quarter, or latest academic year. Only least line connectivity will be considered. It will be considered. E-copy of the agreement with service provider, audited account statement. 4.4.1 Average percentage of expenditure incurred on the maintenance of infrastructure. Building renovation, coloring, POP. What is POP? Plaster of Paris, partitions. Repairing of equipment, furniture, plumbing work, hardware repair, and electricity bills, property taxes, maintenance of charges for UPS, etc. all comes under building renovation. Human resources appointed as well as outsourced for maintenance. Work geotag photographs of maintenance work. Assigned budget for maintenance and actual expenditure occurred with the audited statement of accounts is required. 4.4.2 There are established systems and procedures for maintaining and utilizing physical, academic, and support facilities, laboratory, libraries, sport complex, computers, classrooms, etc. It's a description one. A policy detail and procedure, open tendering, etc., outsourcing agencies, method of reimbursement which is followed by the institution should be described here. Upload policy documents, work order letters, agreements, bill pay receipts, LMC or CDC reports, etc. What is extra for autonomous colleges? Apart from what all I told you, what is extra for autonomous colleges? Institution has an IT policy covering Wi-Fi, cyber security, and that is allocated budget for updating its IT facilities. QNM, 4.3.4 institution has facilities for e-content development. Facilities available for e-content development. Media center, audiovisual center, lecture capturing system, LCS, mixing equipment and softwares for editing. What are the funding opportunities for infrastructure? For PG colleges, it will be DST FIST. UG colleges, it will be DST STAR. R&D projects funding from 11 ministries, DRDO Center of Excellence for Scheme, Center for Excellence Scheme of various industries like IBM, Mahindra, etc. under CSR. UGC schemes, Kilo India scheme under Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, National Council for Promotion of Urdu, that is Madhya Pradesh led FUN fund, MLC or MLA funds, fundraising from alumni and stakeholders from the society. So these are the funding opportunities for the infrastructure. QS ranking infrastructure, sports facilities, sports facilities, indoor, outdoor pitches, athletic tracks, gym, swimming pool, full-time staff. Medical facilities, on campus, 1 doctor per 3,000 full-time students. Student societies, 20 or more administered by the students. Hostel accommodation, minimum total number of full-time students. IT infrastructure, 1 computer per 5 students and 80% Wi-Fi campus. Library, investment of 100 USD per student. What will be the takeaway here? Takeaway message after all these slides. What will be your takeaway message? Infrastructure development versus usability. Infrastructure development versus maintenance. Piecemeal approach versus proper planning. Funding versus fundraising. These are the points you should always have in your mind, especially when you talk about infrastructure. 3 P's of progress. For a progress in our institution, you must remember 3 P's. What are they? Projects, publication, placements. If you lose your eyesight, it can be cured. But if you lose your vision, there are no cure for it. So you have to decide to have your eyesight or to lose your vision. Now, some of the best practices of learning platform. What all I told you so far is generally what all you should remember, how to document, and what are the things you should carry home message. Now, what are the things done at Holy Cross College? Best practices of learning platform. The college has adequate facilities for teaching and learning with Wi-Fi enabled classrooms, well-equipped laboratories, and updated technological facilities. Classrooms and seminar halls with LCD projectors, smart boards, LCD TVs, LCD digital board, freenet surface is provided to staff and students. So this is our classroom where we have a smart board fixed. And this is what I told you, geotagged photos. And see that you take one in the entrance denoting the number of the classroom and then one inside the classroom. Halls. This is the Sophie's Hall and this is a seminar hall. Like that we have Regina Hall and also another one, Ladies Hall. All these are the different halls where we have at the time NERI activities going on. Central Instrumentation Center. This is in the college adjacent to the Department of Zoology and I am in charge of it, where you have HPLC, GCMS, IR, XRD, ELISA reader and UV. This is our gel extractor. So you will have all the instruments in a common room and those department which is requiring, for example, HPLC, they have to come in old department, register and then enter and learn how to demo. They will demonstrate how to do and also they will ask your samples, practical samples also to be carried out. So there is one important person which is meant for operating central instrumentation center, and for prediction, the teachers itself predict. Library automation. Library is automated with Nirmal software. The housekeeping operations are fully automated with 17 desktop computers. This is all about my college. The software is deployed in a web-centric environment. Modules of automation are gate entry monitoring system, GEMS, vehicular graphic control, circulation management, self-check-in and check-out, serial control. Library usage statistics modules will include barcode, RFID, CCTV systems are used for circulation system and surveillance. Here I like to stop and tell you, this barcode is not only for the product which you purchase, but also you should have in such a way everything has been recognized and having a RFID. Some of the major equipments or facility available, we have the common instrumentation room, the computers 91, server 2, laptop 3, printer 2, LCD projector 2, Xerox printer 1, RFID reader in the library 3, barcode scanner 6, document scanner 3, Kindle device 3, CCTV camera 16. Okay, this is the orientation program conducted. For us, it was year between 2014 to 18. So this is Library Sister Sakayam, who's taking the class for the third years, especially for the outgoing, because they should know how they should get oriented towards a different lab and different library. So all these are orientation program for students. Book exhibition. So all the 5 years we had. Why this book exhibition? To enhance the reading habit and to update the research publication in various subjects among staff and students. Best practices or other facilities. In our college, we have a special program called Holy Cross Rehabilitation Science. So here, this is the Rehabilitation Science Department. Adjacent to it, we have another room here, that is Holy Cross Blossom Opportunity School for Special Design. One minute. So, special children, Holy Cross Blossom Opportunity School for Special Children is an extension of the Department of Rehabilitation Service. Science, this is a department with Rainbow Therapeutic Center for students, hands-on training. So, the students have hands-on training. Audio video room we have, developing e-content, and for other recording purposes we have and there is a full-time person here sitting and operating who will help us. Only we have to prepare a PPT and give voice and ask him whether we have done. Perfect. So he is there to monitor. Best practices and highlights of physical education. Admission to the students who excel in sports. Coaching camp with experts and qualified coaches. Nutritional diet is provided for the players during coaching camp. New sports kit, uniform, shoots, boats, and rackets is given to players. Feeding, free boarding and lodging for outstanding players. Other facilities at Holy Cross College, installation of paper recycle unit and waste recycling unit. So this is a food waste. This is the decomposer. This is the plastic and waste cardboard recycling. And finally it goes through this and then it comes out like ordinary use train starch from rice at home. You find here these chemicals. And food recycling unit is used to provide manures for plants, employment of our students and source of fundraising by making files. What are the other facilities at Holy Cross College? We have a production of herbal products, launch for staff and students, installation of gym for the benefit of staff and students, establishment of museum to know about the history and heritage of the college, installation of CCTV in the campus, outsourcing the maintenance and cleanliness of college campus. To maintain an eco-friendly atmosphere, solar panels are installed. So this is the solar panel. And this is the battery car, transport of physically challenged children, adults, and also for senior staffs and senior citizens. Best utility of LED wall. LED wall display was installed in the year 2017. Till date, it is functioning to create a better visual impact of the college activities on the viewers. Live streaming of the programs conducted in the campus. LED wall is used for information determination and awareness creation among students, general announcements, helmet wearing, conserving energy, water, etc. Enterprise Resource Planning ERP as an integrated management system information. IMIS was replaced by ERP for greater efficiency in the year 2017. All academic and administrative processes are online and fully automated. Attendance for online classes, online tests are maintained through ERP. Now, the time for question. I have given my address, I have given my phone number and mail ID. If not able now, you can even call me at any time and see that before night 9:30 and get it clarified. Thank you. If you have any queries, you can ask me regarding infrastructure. Yes? Yes? The participants can raise questions regarding with infrastructure. Is there anyone from the organizing committee? Am I clear or you have need some more
Yes,
clarification?
yes, ma'am, you're clear. Thank you for your innovative presentation, ma'am. Participants, if you have any queries, you can please ask and get clarified.
Good evening,
Good
ma'am.
evening, ma'am.
I'm Shamim Kamal.
Yes,
I have a question regarding LMS. Can you explain more about LMS classrooms?
yeah. So, actually, in learning management system, we have most of the e-content prepared. So, I told you that we prepare our own e-content. Each one of them will have around, I think by now, 200 to 250 class preparation. So, like whatever we prepare in the absence of the teacher, the CD or the pen drive of our e-content will be handed over to the head of the department. And the head of the
Okay.
department sees that it is being streamlined for the students. And remember, the e-content, after every class is over, there will be questions in MCQ, match, assertion reasoning, and some things to be discussed. So in the class, like we follow various methodology, like a parent share, and then Q method, and then Q method is a quizzical method, all that in the absence of teacher. Suppose the teacher has taken a leave, or suppose the teacher is attending some important course, or sometimes a junior teacher where she is not able to give that much clarification. After her explanation, she will use this e-content in the class. So that is how we maintain. And we see that when our e-content is prepared, we don't leave it like that. We get expert from outside the college to go through each e-lesson and pass the comment so that we could improve further. So that is it. We maintain a logbook, register, and all that. Every
Ma'am.
semester, minimum 2 or 4 lessons per teacher have to prepare.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, is this not an ICT classroom? What you explain is, I thought that this is ICT classrooms, and I thought LMS is different.
No, no.
Okay. So then, what
ICT,
is ICT facility and
ICT, you
ICT
have your
classroom?
own e-content prepared, no? And then with the
Yes.
aid instrument,
Hmm.
you have to streamline, and
Hmm.
you can conduct your online quiz. whatever it is.
Mm, mm, mm. Okay, ma'am. So, can I make once again? I'll
Yes,
let me clarify with you
yes,
that
ma'am.
if I am preparing my own slides or any YouTube
Yes,
YouTube videos in the
yes,
classroom using
yes,
projector, then it will be considered as ICT.
yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes,
If I am creating my own e-content
yes,
and I'm delivering to the students through somebody else in my absence,
yeah.
and at the end of that lecture, any quiz or any kind
Ah,
of questions will be given to
yes,
the students,
testing them, no?
testing them.
Mm,
So that will be an LMS.
yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
But maintain the register well. For NAC purpose, everything is important. Everything on
Okay.
the date of recording and then audited by the expert, all that should be
Okay.
maintained.
So how about in our college, we are following in LMS, like we are uploading the PPTs required for the students and some videos and some lecture like
That
e-content
also
what
could be
we have.
used, but more appreciation is that your own YouTube and your own video and your own
Oh,
things, classes, no,
okay.
e-content.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. How about if the students' YouTube is used in LMS?
You can use and the credit goes to
Okay.
the student. But
Okay.
see that some mentor should be there
Okay.
because
I
student may
understand.
do something wrong or playful
Yes,
and
yes.
all that. So there
Yeah.
should be
Oh,
a mentor, and in that YouTube, you could
mm.
also include the mentor's name.
Yeah. Both mentor and student
Yeah,
together made it
yes,
to
yes,
YouTube.
yes.
Oh,
Seminar, some
okay.
of the students are very good, no, extraordinary. Seminar, they
Yes,
have
yes.
their own YouTube and they present it to us.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
But
you, ma'am.
that will be governed by the mentor.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, I understand. Thank you, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am,
yes, ma'am.
in fourth criteria, how the students'
Yes.
computer ratio is defined by the NAC, ma'am? It is
Student
calculated
computer
with the
ratio.
whole strength or only computer students, ma'am?
By the whole strength, ma'am. It's calculated by the whole strength.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes.
Like as it is mentioned in the PPT, it is for one computer, 5 students. In
Yes.
that ratio, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
I'm so happy that many are coming forward with a question.
Participants, if you have any doubt, kindly ask questions.
Good afternoon, madam. Myself, Jyotsna from Vijayawada.
Yes, ma'am.
Very glad to be present at the session right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for your valuable inputs, ma'am. My query is actually we are using G Suite.
Yes.
So we are uploading the complete e-material through Drive, Google Drive.
Hmm.
So suppose if my doubt is one unit is there, we are again adding on some more points and we are reusing the same
Yes.
content by
Maybe now the
editing.
next semester, in the odd semester, you come back
Yes,
again. Yes.
exactly, ma'am.
Hmm.
So is it a valid thing to go on with the same by editing, not that same thing that we are doing again and again? We are getting it edited as well.
It's good. You do editing is good, and you get updated is good. But it will not be considered as different number. It will be the same old. Like it will
Uh-huh.
not be 1 plus 1.
Okay.
You understood what I'm saying? The e
Yes,
content.
ma'am.
Yes.
So it is better always to go
To
a
have
fresh one.
new, yes, new, and maybe within that itself some subdivision of chapter, a new one
Hmm.
that it be considered a new one. But when you keep updating some things, okay, let us revise and let us see the latest one. It will not be taken as a separate count.
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am. That was my thank you.
Good evening, madam.
Yes,
Madam, this is Dr. Clara from Triple V College, Virudhunagar.
Yes.
Madam, regarding the login access, is it only for the e-resources what we have subscribed for, or it is for the entire login access of the college, ma'am?
No, only for that e-content. I'm not
Only
getting you,
for the-
please. Tell me, I'm not getting you. Once again, you repeat the question.
Actually, I just want to know whether the login access, no? They're asking for footfalls or login access. So the login access, whether we have to consider the e-resources what we have subscribed for, or the login access of the entire college.
Login access for the entire college.
So it's not only for the electronic
No,
resources what the library
no.
has subscribed for.
For the entire college.
Okay, madam. Then because each login, actually the numbers used to be enormous, no, ma'am, per day usage and other things. Suppose if we take for the entire college.
Take a sample, no? Sample ratio.
Okay, madam. Okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So participants, if you have any more doubts, you can please clarify it with ma'am.
Ma'am, again, this is Shamim Kamal.
Yes,
I have another doubt.
Yes.
So, as previous participants said, they are using G Suite.
Mm.
So, the G Suite is also a kind of LMS. So,
Yes.
is that LMS is enough, or we need a separate white labeled LMS for our
You
college?
need for the college, you need a separate one.
Separate white label is must.
Yes, it's a must. That is what you have as found ERP, they could develop one.
Okay, ma'am.
That adds more point than what G Suite and all that. Even now in Google Meet also people keep on posting the notes and all that in Google Classroom, not Meet, sorry, in Google Classroom and all that. That also, it can be done, but having a separate one through our ERP is more added point.
And another one doubt is we have some of the metrics as qualitative and quantitative.
Yes.
So in these metrics, whichever is mentioned as a qualitative, whether they concentrate more on the quality or their number, like how many, this
both,
time we have
both
10
quality,
rooms.
both
and
quality and the number, both equally given.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Madam, I have a small doubt.
Yes, sir.
When you are talking about the audited statements, you are mentioning that it should be highlighted.
Yes.
So my point is for infrastructure augmentation, for maintenance, is it the same audited statement with those areas highlighted can be used?
Highlights of?
For the infrastructure augmentation, maintenance and all.
Yes.
For each section, the same entire audited statement with those items highlighted could be used.
Yes. See, especially for the library and also for the college, all the things which has been involved with money, all that should be audited. And all should be given. Nowadays, the recent one, they are focusing more on energy audit, green audit, environmental audit. That also should be done.
No, my point is the financial audit, madam. Because
financial. The recent one is being financial one is audited by the chartered accountant of the college, and it should be presented. And even for the library usage being spent, that will be shown separately. And then you have to show the infrastructure, whatever purchasing and all that, and maintenance, all that. Apart from that, this recently they have showed in the 2020 onwards, you have to have an energy audit, green audit, and environmental audit also.
Okay, fine, madam. My question is not that. We have energy audit, green audit.
Yes.
I'm not talking about that.
Yes.
Talking about the financial audit.
Yes.
For the college, we have the entire thing is audited. We have
Yes,
a statement.
yes. For the entire college only, it we should
Yeah,
speak
but
like that.
in criteria 4, we have those different sections like connected with things that we buy,
Mm,
maintenance work.
mm. You have
So
to separate and taken from that.
my question is, should we have a separate audited statement for each metric?
Yes,
Or
yes.
is it,
You have to have a separate auditor.
the entire audited statement could be presented for
From
all?
that, you should take a separate one and get it from the same audit chartered account.
Okay, but when you were presenting, you mentioned somewhere that it could be highlighted and presented, something like that.
Yeah, in the same audit also you could do highlight and do, but it's always safe to have making use of your same chartered account, taking out the account of separate one for 4.1, and you could do it.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Any other queries? Participants? Yes. Ma'am, thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, we can move on to the next session.
Yes. So we'll move on to student progression. So criterion 5, student support and progression. Student support, state of art infrastructure and excellence in health education. Assistance for government scholarship, management concession on case-to-case basis, assistance for bank loan, medical assistance, educational trips, CME or CPDP, that is Continuing Professional Development Program, medical camps, arts and sports program, computer, English and personality developmental classes, NCC and NSS unit. Students are promoted as coordinators in various activities. And this is what one picture where I'm showing you that CME, CPDP, SME, all with the medical program. Of course, NCC, guidance and career counseling, psychological assessment and career guidance cell is a must. Guidance for competitive exams is must. Career is wrong spelling. Career counseling, continuous potential development programs, soft skill development, computer and English classes, ethics and moral value classes, NCC, NSS, Red Ribbon Club, Exnora, and various other activities. So you have career counseling, remedial coaching, special classes, extra classes, English and computer classes, remedial classes for slow learners and for disadvantaged learners, yoga and meditation classes under yoga and meditation, happiness club activities, fitness activities like Zumba or whatever it is. So you have a remedial coaching classes, yoga, happiness. This is also an happiness with the kids. Redressal mechanism. Women grievance redressal cell must have an anti-ragging cell, student grievance redressal cell, student council, student leaders, personal counseling, psychological assessment and career counseling cell, personal counseling of student, mentor-mentee program. Mentor-mentee ratio is 1:20, 1:20 students, one mentor to 20 mentee. Student satisfaction and counseling unit. Student participation and activities. Say, for example, you have to maintain like this year-wise, name of the award or medal, national, international, sports or cultural, Aadhaar or student ID number, name of the student. So that is student participation and activity to be maintained in a tabular column. Alumni Association, alumni formed and registered under MP Society Act, including the passed out students and PCPS faculties. The main aim of alumni was to establish a connection between the ex-students to running students for the betterment of themselves and for the community. So yoga and meditation classes, cultural, sports, arts and cultural. Now that is general. Now what we follow at Holy Cross College in Criterion for student support and progression. Student support, student progression, we'll talk about in this. Student support, student progression, student participation and activities, and alumni. So student support, scholarship and free ships. So all I said from 14 to 18 to 19 hour NAC accreditation period was this. Government scholarship, we maintain separately how many numbers. And institutional management scholarship, how many. Apart from that, earn while learn scheme. What is this earn while learn scheme? You all know. For the students especially, we have two shifts. So the morning shift we have 8:30 to 1:30 and the afternoon is around 1:45 to 6:45. So morning shift students will be working in the afternoon in the library, assisting library, and they get some nominal salary like, and also chalk making and some other things like chart, and then also making notebooks. And then we have a separate recycle unit where all the waste papers, all the used papers from the college is collected into the recycle unit, and there the paper is being recycled, made into souvenirs of files, cardboards, and more number of closed box files and all that. So all that students are being employed. Morning shift in the afternoon and afternoon shift in the morning. So that is earn while learn scheme. We had 81 left. Part-time job in the library for certificate students. Now for certificate course, part-time job in the library around 194. Voluntary service in the Blossom School. I said especially physically handicapped, we have Blossom School children. For that, some voluntary service students go there and they learn all the simple physiotherapy and help the students there. Government scholarship and free ships. HCC is Holy Cross College, streamlines the scholarship offered by the government to the eligible students. Example, the government scholarship of Tamil Nadu are meant for category-wise SC, ST or SCC, BC, MBC, DNC, higher educational special scholarship, farmer welfare scheme, central sector scheme, post-matric minority scheme, Chief Minister's Award for meritorious students. So these are the government scholarship and free ships. Institutional and management scholarships. Holy Cross College has instituted management scholarship for students with the help of management, working and retired faculty members, Alumni Association, and also from various non-government organizations, NGOs. Endowment scholarship provide financial support for education of the meritorious students in all the departments. Noon meal scheme, this I should tell, are current working faculty members for every semester. They calculate, there is a special organizing committee for noon meal scheme. They will say how much an aided stream faculty have to give and how much a management stream have to give. They collect the money and see that the students are paid for the mess in our college And as how an I-class boarder gets food, so there is no differentiation of those students receiving noon meal scheme who really need. Through the mentor and the head of the department, we will know how many students from the department, and they are given noon meal scheme throughout their period of study. So that is managed by the faculty. Institutional management scholarship, PG scholarship for disabled students. Meritorious students benefit from Platinum Jubilee Scholarship. Institution provides free ships for eligible sports students. Various trusts and clubs also support meritorious students through scholarship. Kalam Trust, Lions Club, Sitaram Jindal Trust, Iman Trust, Tamil Nadu Newspaper, Print and Papers, various scholarship, Jane's India Trust, etc. Then you have capability enhancement and development schemes. Guidance for competitive examination. HCC HRD, that is Human Resource Development from Holy Cross College, gives training for competitive examination like JEE, NET, RRB, TNPSC, Civil Services, CAT, MAT, and other competitive exams. Career counseling, Holy Cross College Human Resource Development, pre-placement trainings, enhancing employability skill programs. They conduct the programs for the students. Soft skill development is also through HRD, emotional intelligence and leadership. Remedial coaching, it's by departmental level for slow learners. We give repeated tests or give them a separate notes where they could find it easy. Language Lab, Holy Cross College Language Lab LL, curated modules and integrated session in functional spoken English. Bridge courses streamlined at 3 levels: basic bridge course, intermediate, and advanced, depending upon the students who come from the higher secondary. Yoga and meditation by the DOW department. What is this DOW department? Department of Value Education. They conduct meditation in action movement called MAM program. Personal counseling. Holy Cross College CCC counseling services we have. Therapeutic interventions. Students with academic issues and behavioral problems are dealt with. Student support and capability enhancement schemes. So this year, many years, for career counseling, soft skill training, language lab. Program this many and how many are benefited. Student support, guidance for competitive examination, and you have yoga and meditation. So you have yoga and meditation beneficiaries, personal counseling beneficiaries, guidance for competitive examination beneficiaries. Human Resource Developmental Center, transforming passion into profession. So we have a training and placement cell. Under that, there are two, one for career guidance cell, the other one is campus placement cell. In career guidance cells, what are the things conducted? Seminars, workshops on soft skills, guidance for competitive exam and interview skills. And apart from that, you also have entrepreneurial skills, 30 hours certificate course for each semester. Campus placement cell, on and off campus, interviews and virtual campus drive. Career Guidance Cell organizes employability enhancement training program, and this is the campus placement cell organizing the campus drive for the final year students. These are the recruiters, and now many more being added. For the past 2 years, it was less because many were conducted in online due to Corona. Student support, vocational education training, we call it as VET. HRD as certificate courses like 2 to 4-wheeler driving, registration, keyboard and guitar classes. EDC, Entrepreneur Developmental Cell, they conduct tailoring and embroidery, doll making, flower making, beautician course, bag and pillow making. Also typewriting institute we have. Departmental add-on courses like event management conducted by the Commerce Department and the BBA, Administration, Bachelor of Business Administration. Medicinal herbs and mass cultivation done by the Botany Department and mushroom cultivation by the Botany Department add-on courses. Occasional educational training for driving class, this many was benefited. Computer course, keyboard and guitar classes, and then also to helping them to get the PAN card also, this many was benefited along with the passport. Then you have student support. Student support like students grievance redressal through students forum, suggestion box, internal compliance committee and anti-ragging cell. The anti-ragging campaign day was conducted on every reopening day. And also we have a student grievance policy. This is the policy framed and this is our principal signature. And this is of course the Dean of Student Affairs maintains this policy. Student progression, higher studies, how many students and what is the percentage, and those who are placed. Competitive examination, and then net, how many are qualified, SLET, GATE, IIT JAM, state government examination. Rank holders in the university exam were 167 in the current year. Privileges given to the students in sports and culture. Number of sports and cultural activities, competition organized, this many. Number of students awards in sports cultural activities. Outstanding sports students given tuition fee, scholarship and mess fees waiver. And also their hostel fee is also free for them. Nearly rupees 35 lakhs is spent every year and beneficiaries are 100. Also, an additional sports kit is given to the sports students. 9 highly qualified and outstanding sports coaches are appointed to train the sports team. Student participation in academics and administration. We have student council leader for every program, that is you call zoology, botany, chemistry or maths. For each one, there will be a student council leader. And overall, there will be a president, secretary, and a bursar. Student forum. So any things to be taken, any alteration or any updation, all that will be put forward there, even grievance also. Representative in academic bodies, like staff, how many are been members of the Board of Studies, Academic Council, and IQAC. Representative in administrative bodies, presidents of various clubs, members in committees to conduct college events and ad hoc committees, leadership training given by IQAC. Student initiatives and creative campaigns. Student council members initiate creative campaign to create awareness and address specific programs. On-campus initiatives like Pbt Campaign. What is that? It's all conducted by the student council. Please be before time. The college starts at 8:30. 8:20, there will be a line drawn. So at 8:20, they should be inside the line. If not, 1 hour class will be taken away from them. They will be sent to a separate room to the VP's hall, vice principal's room, and there they have to waste 1 hour. Suppose the first hour, they have a quiz or seminar assignment, they have to miss. That's a punishment. No sending them home, but 1 hour not sending them to the class. Then anti-ragging camp, Binet campaign, like not waste thrown here or there, it should be put inside the bin. High love Holy Cross campaign, like having a friendly brotherly and sisterlyhood. Dim and dip day, that is every month end we will have half an hour no power supply for the entire college. College starts at 8:30. 8:30 to 9, there will be no power supply so that we are conserving energy. No vehicle day is another day where every month end, so dim and dip day will be on 30th, 31st will be the no vehicle day, where staff and students are not allowed to bring the vehicles into the campus. So that day they have to use the local vehicles and also travels or whatever it is. Inside the campus they could not come, but they can use cycle. Then you have Noel Nook. Noel Nook is a corner, a special corner like where used clothes but not torn or not faded in color, that neatly ironed you can drop into that corner. So that one particular day within the week, every week, they open that and it is like an honesty shop. Whoever wants, the poor students could enter and take. It could be even for the clothing for the father, mother, or aunt, or whoever it is. They could take, no payment or nothing, no registration. Only in the Nool Nook, they drop in and allow them to take. These are on-campus initiatives. Now coming to off-campus initiatives, when we had the Kadalur flood relief, our students were helping them, Okai cyclone relief, Kerala fire relief, Kaja cyclone relief, whatever it is, our students were supporting them by financially, staff also was, teachers were also supporting, management was also supporting, plus the students play a major role. Alumni Association, mission to build a society of network of Holy Crossians and to contribute to the personal and career development of the present and past out students. Registered alumni, we have 22,471 members. What is the highlight is that you could see here, this is the recycling unit and this is the file and certificates from the used paper has been made. So this is a recycling unit which cost around 14 lakhs and roofing cost around 20 lakhs. So totally we had 24 lakhs to be spent and that was supported by the Alumni Human Resource Development Center. Support the alma mater both financially and non-financially. There is also Holy Cross College Eco Center fully funded by the alumni. And we have 3 international chapters, one in Dubai, Singapore, and Malaysia. So our alumni are supporting us like this. Apart from that, they also support non-financially by being a resource person for some of our associations. So these are the prominent alumni. Outreach activities by the alumni, like skill enhanced training program, such as computer classes, drawing, RE and embroidery for the students of adopted village. We have around 24 adopted villages in Trichirappalli itself in Manachanallur block, where we carry a special program called Rescapes. Alumni meets are conducted. Annual general alumni meet every year, second Saturday in December is the day for alumni meet. So this is the departmental alumni meets conducted, and also we have a separate newsletter, annual newsletter, In Touch. It is called In Touch, which is fully meant by the alumni. This is the international chapters, Singaporean alumni chapter, Dubai chapter, Malaysian chapter. Around 250 alumni are the members of our international chapters. HCC Alumni Malaysian chapter, when we went to Malaysia, we had members of the Holy Cross College Alumni Association. Malaysian chapter met the students of Holy Cross College who visited Binary University. We have signed an MOU with the Binary University Malaysia at B Sands Residence, Kuala Lumpur. This is a Dubai chapter. Students internships in Dubai. Mr. Karthik is Mr. Karthik. Now he is staff coordinator for Rescapes. When he was doing his second MSc Rehabilitation Science, had an internship training in AL Noor Training Center Alumni Training Center for Persons with Disabilities, Dubai, UAE, with the guidance of Alumni Dubai chapter. This is HSC Alumni Singaporean chapter where we all met and we had signed. The members of HSC Alumni Association of Singaporean chapter gathered to discuss regarding the registration of the chapter under the Societies of Registration of Singapore. There was a breakthrough moment for Holy Cross College Alumni Association Singapore chapter. Its registration in 2019 under the Registry of Society of Government of Singapore, which assisted in internship of 4 postgraduate students at the National University of Singapore. Like from zoology, or 4 students were sent to National University of Singapore NUS, and they carried out the project for 6 months, and after that they had brought the credit, the marks, everything into the present Holy Cross College. And similarly from Singapore we had, Netherlands we had, from here taking from rehabilitation center the credit inquiry. And this is what all about the student progression and support. Time for question. Again, I've given my number. Anytime you can call me before 9:30 in the night. If you have any question, you can put forward as how you have done for infrastructure.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable ideas. Now the session is open for interaction. I request the participants to interact with the resource person.
Participants, if you have any questions, you can kindly ask.
Yes. Shamin ma'am, Pbt Thomas sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes.
My question is, number of students qualified in the competitive exam. That is a question, right, this, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
My question is, the qualifying mark is different from the marks that required for getting postings.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So whether we have to refer the students that they got postings, or else the qualifying marks itself is enough, ma'am?
Qualifying marks is enough.
Okay, it varies from for all the exams, isn't it, ma'am?
Yes, yes. It will vary, naturally.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Shami ma'am has asked some question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have a question regarding the soft skill trainings and
Yes.
enhancement initiatives.
Yes.
Whether these trainings can be given by the college itself, or it is mandatory to take it from outside?
No, it can be given. You can count a soft skill training from the management and also from outside, from special.
The outside training is mandatory?
Yes, it's mandatory. It's mandatory. And also from the college also you can take into account.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, and
for
the certificate courses have any?
One minute, ma'am. That's for the previous question, answer to the previous question. Suppose a maths department, you want to conduct some soft skill and you like to have from the value education, you can do. Or you can have from the HRD, yes, you can do. Or your own staff in the department who is having a special training in soft skill, you can do and also have a count as a separate training. You asked me something around certificate.
On the certificate, whatever is provided from the outside, it does have any standard for it?
Not like that. There is no standard.
No. Okay.
Suppose something very unique, like they are extraordinary, anything they have given in the certificate, I like that.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
The best certificate, only the very best certificate around 50 you will show, not all,
Okay,
The
okay.
best one you could show with good printing and some
Mm.
appreciation or some grading. All that you can choose.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Any other queries, participants?
They are tired maybe from morning. No, only from evening they are, no? I suppose this meeting. Even if you're not able to get now, I've given my mail ID as well as my phone number. You can contact me at any time. I'll just put my mail ID once again. A screen you can note down. And this is my number 94436448858. And this is PROF for Professor, PROF IONAHORNE, my name, IONAA, at gmail.com.
Ma'am, I have one more question.
Yes.
Mm, regarding the special coaching classes for students who
Yes.
are weak students,
Yes.
you have mentioned in your slide,
Yes.
how you are giving time for them. Like in our college, we have a packed timetable, like morning 10 to evening 4.
Okay.
So out of this, how we can give time for the weak students?
Maybe, if you are finishing by 4 o'clock, you can have on
Mm,
2 hours, 4 to 6.
for special. So,
Or if you
the-
have any Saturday holiday,
mm,
you can ask them
mm,
to come in the Saturday morning from morning 10 or 9 to 12:30 like that.
mm. So just one or
Provided
two classes for a
uh,
month is okay. We can show
one
it
or two
like
classes you cannot bring them up. It should be continuous. Like
continuous. Yeah, that.
maybe for a semester you have around 40 to 50 classes, and the
Oh, for
hours also.
semester we have to show
Yeah,
40 to 50
yeah.
hours. Okay, ma'am.
Because there is no point in having a remedial class. Suppose you are not
Mm,
able, you catch hold of the
mm,
poor, slow learners, and
mm,
today your program is finishing by 4 o'clock. Sometimes it may extend up
mm,
to 6 o'clock. You are not able
mm,
to catch hold of them. You give them small flip test, ask them to write from home, and bring it, and tell
mm.
them, I will know whether you have copied or not. We know as a teacher, we know no, whether
Yes,
they copy,
yes,
and give
definitely.
them home test to
Okay,
continuously
ma'am.
track them. I have a register for that, and the home
Mm,
test, the marks also got. You will see that there will be
okay,
a rise in the peak.
okay, ma'am.
In the graph. There will be a rise in the graph.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this idea.
Yes.
Any other queries, participants? Or shall we wind up, ma'am? Any queries from the participation? Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable speech. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget the highest appreciation is not to utter words but to live by them. I may now invite Dr. P. Pandiselvi, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Mangakarsi College of Arts and Science for Women, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening, all. As all good things come to an end in life, so is our faculty development program. On behalf of our institution, I take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks to those who have directly and indirectly contributed to this faculty development program
on infrastructure and learning resources and student support and progression organized by our IQAC coordinators. At the outset, I thank our chief guest and resource person, Dr. HORNE IONAA Avril. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and presence. We are thankful to our honorable director and our principal for their motivation to organize this program. I'd like to extend thanks to our crazy coordinators for their enthusiastic support. An event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels started rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and a bird's eye for details. A special thanks to the organizing committee, teaching and non-teaching staff for their unflinching support and coordination. At the outset, your information about the importance of infrastructure, its usage for teaching learning process, the documents that is to be maintained in our institution, and the norms that one need to follow while writing of qualitative measures, the usage of ICT facilities, library, and IT facilities was also well explained by you, ma'am. It's really useful to us. And regarding our student support and progression, various activities that one need to follow to improve the students' performance academically as well as extracurricular wise was also very useful to us. And the measures that we need to follow was also explained clearly by you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And the information you shared about the topic was very useful, and we have got an insight into the ways of expressing our data. And with these warm words and a kind of message, we move to the end of today's faculty development program. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, all of you.